County 341 Trevor.
Hi and welcome to University Place Responds. I'm Jennifer Hales today. We are on location in our new University Place Police headquarters, and today I have a very special guest with me, our new chief, Chief Greg Premo. Hi Greg, thank you for joining us today.
Hi Jennifer.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm a longtime resident of Pierce County. I grew up in the Puyallup-Tacoma area, went to Franklin Pierce High School. I'm married, actually married my high school sweetheart, and we've been married together for about 24 years now. I have 3 sons, ages 15, 19, and 22, with my oldest one who's actually getting into law enforcement himself, so we're pretty proud of that. So 25 years with the Sheriff's Department. Coming from my last position was with PLU actually, which is another contract chief position for the Sheriff's Department, where I served as their Director of Campus Safety.
That's great. And you know, Greg, you're no stranger to University Place. You did work here a few years back, and why don't you tell the community a little bit about what you learned about University Place during that time that helped you kind of want to come back and be the chief?
So like I said, I've been here 25 years with the department and started actually in the inaugural police department here in UP back in 1996 as a young deputy. I then left UP at that point, went around the county, worked at a lot of different locations, Parkland, Spanaway, Lakewood, up in the Bonnie Lake areas, and had a lot of experience of doing different things with the department. Then came back here in 2009 as a sergeant and worked for a couple of years as a patrol sergeant here in University Place. And that was a really great experience, kind of new coming back as a supervisor. I then left that position to go to the PLU position, and now I'm back happily as your next chief.
Yeah, well, we're sure happy to have you here. And in addition to those other locations you worked, you've also worked in some unique assignments within the county. Why don't you tell our viewers a little bit about that?
So one of the kind of unique and kind of exciting things that you can do with the Sheriff's Department, being with a larger agency, is the ability to do some specialized assignments. I served as a canine handler for a few years. I was on a Marine Services unit, working on boat patrol and all the different waterways within Pierce County. So those types of opportunities aren't always there for a smaller agency, and which is, I think, one of the benefits too, back to the idea of the contracting with the Sheriff's Department gives the citizens the opportunity to see deputies that have those experiences here.
Yeah, and I really like that you have that background. It brings a really rich idea about what the Sheriff's Department's capable of and all the depth of resources that we have available to us. And so I really appreciate that. So new chief, new assignment, you come here to a beautiful new building.
Coming here to this brand new facility that we have. Like I said, I've been here, back in 1996 where we were in an old bank building, then came back in 2009 where we were sharing the public safety building with the fire department, and now we have a brand new facility that's just designated just for the police department. Everything's all shiny and clean and new, and it's got plenty of space for all the deputies to work. Yeah, it's a great facility.
Let's shift gears a little bit and talk about what kind of questions or concerns, since you've been here, would you say that you've heard from our community, number one, and maybe give us some insight to that so far?
A lot of the conversations that I've had so far really are around staffing. And what is the staffing setup of University Place, and is it enough? There's general questions that come up too about different issues that are popping up, whether it's vehicle prowls or traffic concerns. All the viewers know that UP is growing, and there's a lot of new businesses and new homes going in, and with that is a demand on services. And so we like to look forward to those conversations about how we can be prepared for the future.
I know you were here probably maybe a week or two before we threw you into the Block Watch community and brought you out and paraded you around in the neighborhood. One thing that I really love about University Place is our robust citizenry that's very involved and engaged. And when you go out to those communities, you see how engaged they are, because they all know each other and they show up and they're there when we leave. Super excited to build on that and talk about public safety. What is the best way for citizens to learn about what's happening in the police department or for public safety in general?
If you ever have a question, an immediate question about something, it's contacting the police department directly. You can stop in here, you can call if you have a question about something that happened in your neighborhood. The other way is signing up for the e-newsletter through the city. We're starting to do a regular kind of Chief's Corner within the e-newsletter. So citizens will be getting that on a monthly basis, so we'll be covering different topics that come up. Obviously the city has its own Facebook web site and everything that citizens can go there if there's anything that for updates on those things. If it's major incidents that happen across the city, we utilize the sheriff's PIO, so Public Information Officer, and their social media sites and stuff. So I would encourage people, if they really want updates on major incidents, that they look at those social media outlets to be connected with that.
So what you're saying is something really official, looking to the Sheriff's Department or calling the Police Department directly with questions. I'm really glad that you mentioned that. We get a lot of questions in the community that kind of creep into the Facebook pages and on the social media, particularly on this Nextdoor app. It's really important for neighbors not to spin themselves up into a frenzy over something that hasn't been reported to police. And the one thing I really like that one of our crime analysts said is an incident that occurred 6 months ago will never die on social media. And so I think that we bring it up again as if it just happened, and it creates this perception in the public that there's a lot of crime. So it's really important for people to be engaged with the police department and really ask those questions directly of the professional, the subject matter experts.
Yes,
so thank you for touching on that. It's been great having you. Thank you for coming in and showing us the beautiful building, and thank you for tuning in. I'm Jennifer Hales, and this is UP Responds.